The drive into Hakone is always a little magical. Winding roads, misty forests, and the sound of water nearby. Fukuzumiro sits in Tonosawa Onsen, one of Hakone's oldest hot spring districts, discovered by a Buddhist priest in 1604. To reach it, you cross a small bridge right on the banks of the Hayakawa River, and it feels like crossing into another era. Fukuzumiro was established in 1890 during the 23rd year of the Meiji-era. This was built when Japan was just beginning to open up to the world, when the samurai class had only recently been abolished. But here's what makes the story even more remarkable. The original building was completely destroyed in a devastating flood in August 1910, but the determined owner rebuilt it just 3 months later. The resilience embedded in these wooden walls is part of what you're experiencing when you stay here. The moment you step inside, you're surrounded by what the Japanese call sukiya-zukuri, a refined architectural style originally developed for tea houses. Although it might feel like it, this isn't a museum, it's a living, breathing building where every creak tells a story. The corridors are narrow, the staircase is steep, and yes, there are no elevators. This isn't designed for modern convenience, it's designed for connection to history, to nature, and to a slower pace of life. Walking these halls, you understand why Fukuzumiro has hosted many famous Japanese writers, artists, and actors over the decades. There's something about the building itself that seems to inspire contemplation. We stayed in Sakura-roku, one of the riverside rooms, and I arrived at the perfect time. Late November, when Hakone's mountains explode in autumn colors. But what struck me the most wasn't just the view, it was the silence. I remember just sitting by the window in silence, watching the colors shift with the light. It was one of those rare moments when the view itself feels like a painting. The room itself embodies traditional Japanese aesthetics. Tatami mats worn smooth by decades of feet, a low chabudai table perfect for contemplating the view. There's no private toilet, facilities are shared down the hall. But this isn't an inconvenience, it's a part of the rhythm of communal living that defines the authentic Ryokan experience. One of the biggest reasons people come to Hakone is for the hot springs. Fukuzumiro's baths embody the gold standard of onsen culture. Kakenagashi, meaning the spring water flows continuously without recycling. Kakenagashi represents the Japanese understanding that the best experiences are fleeting, unrepeatable. The water that suits you in this moment will flow down the river and never return. Every soak is unique, never to be exactly replicated. The Ryokan has several different baths, each with its own character. There's a rock bath with big stones surrounding the pool, a larger indoor bath with high wooden ceilings, and some smaller family baths that you can reserve for private use. I tried them all, and what struck me was how comfortable the water temperature felt. Not too hot, not too cool, just perfect for relaxing without rushing, and for the incredible sensation of being fully present in the moment. Body, mind, and spirit aligned. Dinner at Fukuzumiro exemplifies another cornerstone of Japanese culture, shun, the concept of seasonality. The kaiseki meal isn't just food, it's autumn translated into flavors, textures, and colors. Staff serve each course in your room in carefully timed intervals. In late November, this meant dishes celebrating the season's transition. Grilled ayu, sweet fish from local rivers, simmered root vegetables that have spent months developing their deep earthy flavors, crisp tempura featuring the last chrysanthemum pearls of the year, and a clear broth that seemed to capture the essence of mountain mushrooms and early winter greens. Sitting on the tatami floor, eating slowly while the red leaves swayed outside the window was one of the most serene dining experiences I've had in Japan. Outside the window, the last light fades from the autumn leaves, while inside, the warm glow of lighting against the wooden walls create an atmosphere of pure wabi-sabi, finding beauty in perfection and impermanence. After dinner, futons are laid out with precision by staff and the ryokan settles into silence. Walking through the wooden corridors at night, you hear only the creak of floorboards and the sound of the Hayakawa River floating below. There are no flashy distractions here, no modern entertainment. Instead, you tune into the rhythm of the building. The shadows, the light of paper lanterns, and the faint scent of cedar in the air. It's a kind of peace that's hard to find in everyday life. In the morning, the calm continues with breakfast, once again served in the room. It continues the philosophy of shun with seasonal ingredients prepared simply but with extraordinary care. A tray of rice, miso soup, grilled fish, pickles, and seasonal side dishes. Guests can also opt in for a Western breakfast. Nothing complicated, but every detail is carefully prepared. I remember sipping hot tea while looking out at the last autumn leaves, feeling refreshed and ready to face the day. If you do want to explore Hakone beyond the ryokan, the location is central enough to visit places like Lake Asahi, the famous Hakone Shrine, or the Hakone Open Air Museum. But honestly, the best part of this day wasn't sightseeing. It was simply being here, soaking in the hot springs, and watching the seasons change right outside my room. Fukuzumiro is for travelers who want to feel history under their feet, who want to exchange modern comfort for the magic of an old wooden inn, and who value stillness as much as scenery. For me, it was one of those rare stays that felt like stepping into another world. A place where time slows down and the beauty of Japan reveals itself in the smallest details. If this sounds like the kind of experience you'd love, I highly recommend adding Fukuzumiro to your Hakone itinerary. Thanks for joining me on this journey. If you enjoyed this deep dive into authentic ryokan culture, please like the video, subscribe to Onsen with Hansen, and share your own meaningful travel experiences in the comments below. Until our next onsen adventure. Arigatou gozaimashita and mata ne!